I said it was a surprise. It was supposed to be a surprise.
Q,
Where
when are
the
you gonna learn that you can't, like, you really can't hide shit from me? Like, I will read your ass left and right, backwards and forwards every single time.
I know, right, Rich? I mean, because I like to try to surprise y'all.
oh no.
Like I try to like next, well, not next week, but maybe after Valentine's Day, we're gonna try it one more time. We're gonna try to go through a whole show without cussing. We're gonna try that. I mean, we got to at least do it once a year. We got to try to show the people that we can do a whole show without using profanity. Mo, ain't that right?
It should well, it shouldn't be that difficult. You don't use it in church when you preaching. You don't use it at work when you working
Yes, I
for that
do.
man on that without that 40 hours with that 40 acres of the mule.
I do cuss
Um,
at work.
what job you talking about? I cuss at work.
He said, "Oh,
Yeah, and let
Mhm.
somebody talk to me crazy up in church, they'll get it too.
Yeah, that's why I can't go to Carver Heights right now,
And
Mo.
and and you understand. This is the reason that if you watching the video version, this is the reason that we had that little disclaimer scrolling across the bottom, 18 and above, but we prefer 25 because
We
when we
really
talk, we
do.
get real.
yeah,
And on top of that, scientifically, it has been proven that people that use profanity have a higher intellectual level than others.
That is true. Hey, April,
Reggie, we're
Happy
having
New
a
Year.
crisis here because of
Happy New Year."
I'm
How was your
sorry.
New Year's Eve?
It was good. My mom was here, so we brought in the new year together.
Oh,
Um,
cool,
yeah,
cool.
just watching TV, chopping it up a little bit. Nothing
That'll work.
crazy.
So you didn't do any traveling and nothing like that. Nothing that queens do. I'm just holding your coattail. That's all I'm doing. I'm just following you around with your coattail. That's all I'm doing. So
No, we didn't do anything like special.
Mm.
I was set to go to Houston. I wanted to really really see a friend of mine's receive his ordination, but all that got canceled. All of it got canceled. So I just stayed at the house because it's safer, and that's just kind of how it is. Because I'm really kind of tired of COVID. But y'all, listen, we understand that today's show is about New Year's Eve's lies, fairy tales, and fables. And before we get into all of that, I want to remind everybody, do us a favor, please wear your mask. If you don't do anything else, wear your doggone mask. Now, we would prefer in the sense that you go ahead and seek your professional physician or scientist's opinion in regards to a vaccination if you have questions. But please do yourself a favor, get yourself vaccinated if you plan to. Go ahead and get that done. Because listen, let me tell you something. If you don't get vaccinated and then you come up there to the church house and you be saying, "Y'all, can y'all pray for me?" I'm like, "Lord, please heal them." But make sure when you heal them, Lord, that they're gonna get their vaccination. Because I'll be saying a whole lot of different things in my brain at the same time. Like, for example, uh, why am I praying for you when you already know this already? Or I don't think I want to waste my prayers on you. I wouldn't say that to your face.
I will.
I'll be thinking it. But then
But
after church, it'll probably come out.
you know what, Q? And
but
this is where, go ahead, Mo. Oh, she froze.
I'm just saying
So
I'm just shocked that that's what he's saying in that heart of hearts he got.
look,
It's not hard in Mo. Mo, listen, God give us common sense and he gives us grace. That's all I'm gonna say.
mm, God also provides scientists that will tell you what you need to know because you're not an expert at everything. So I put it to you like this: you go to that preacher because they're supposed to be an expert at the word, right? And you listen to what they say. You go to a doctor because they're the experts at the body. See, the preacher can take care of your soul, help you get your soul together. The doctor, their role is to help you get your body together.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. You sit up in the pool pit all the time, laughing and kikiing, but you won't go to the doctor. Help me understand. I'm sorry. That's just common sense in my book.
I'm just dodging all the bullets coming this way because you know they're gonna blame me for
But no, but
it.
this is the funny part, Q. You know good and well when all of this jumped off, I was the one that was saying you need to wear the mask, you need to do this, do that. I was doing all that, and I still caught COVID.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, spending that time in the hospital, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
And then what I'm hearing now is that they are noticing COVID in water supplies in major cities now, and I heard that, and then I also heard Reggie shaking his head no, and then I also heard that cloth masks are no longer good with the Omicron. So I'm Reggie. I was going to ask you because what I be hearing and what I want to ask. There's a difference between the truth and facts. I mean, lies and facts. And so I want to know: is it in the water supply, and can people still wear their cloth masks?
Okay, dress the first one with the water supply issue.
Okay, what you got?
Any virus can show up in a water system. What they're not telling you is that it's showing up pre-treatment. The reason that they know is showing that I know is showing up pre-treatment is because before the water gets treated, you have to know exactly what's in it to treat it to put it back in the potable water system. See, this is what
Mhm.
people don't know. And I know this because guess what? I've been doing shit with this for 20 years. So the potable water system needs to be tested prior
Okay.
to getting treated. So as the water's coming into the water treatment facility, they gather it in tanks or silos or what have you. They gather it together. Then once it gets so full, they'll do a test on it. And then they have to see what's in there so they can treat it. This is the thing about COVID. You use a little chlorination, which is what's happening in water anyway, and
Hmm.
guess what? It's gone. Whoever put that out there are only trying to get likes and hits on their page.
I
That's it.
was wondering how did that happen because I was like, well, I think that we're a little bit above technology to protect the water supply. April, I saw your head move. What you got? I want to include you on it as well.
No, I agree with what Reggie is saying because I mean that's how our water is treated anyway. I mean, there's so much waste in the water supply. They have to treat it before it can go out to the masses. So I mean, they're already doing that. So this is not well, I guess if you don't read you for yourself, then you don't know. But I mean, but that's how the water system works. Period.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And Reggie, what about the masks? I'm told that wear the surgical masks now, the hospital esque masks to wear. No more bedazzled masks with the beads and stuff on. The kind that Mo wear to her schoolhouse over there.
We got to be cute, Q. We have to be cute.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, that's what they saying. Y'all can't be cute. Y'all have to just throw on a mask. Now I tried to get Mo to do that shit before COVID, but she wouldn't listen to me. But at the same time, Mo, I think she doing pretty good. Mo is doing good over there at the schoolhouse with the borderline, income white people. So
April, let me tell you,
let
I
me quit messing with Mo for Mo eat me
I
up because
see.
I know she will.
I don't like the blue mask because
Mhm.
the fibers always, you breathe. I don't like the way they breathe the fibers. One, and two, I don't like that they called it the China virus, and the blue masks all come from China. Now, if
Right.
they really wanted to hurt us, put a little bit of the virus in each of them blue masks. So I have a wonderful lady out of the great state of North Carolina. Thank you, Mrs. Peggy Morgan. She makes me out of cloth, like she's doing a dress, for me or something. And I have Easter masks, I have Christmas masks, I have St. Patrick's Day masks. I have masks that are green, blue, polka dot. I got masks that go with my shoes, my boots. She's just a blessing. So I
I'm
don't know.
here
I
for
think
it.
everybody wants us to buy them N95. What you do, follow the money and find out factors N95 so I can figure that out, buy some stock, because they just want money. I'm gonna wear my cloth mask. I don't want people breathing on me.
look,
Sorry,
two things. Two
that's my
things
rant.
with the cloth mask. Number one, the
Yes, sir.
purpose of the mask is not to prevent stuff from coming in, it's to keep your germs from getting out. That's number
Mm-hmm.
one. Number two, if you are concerned about germs getting in, I've said this time and time again, get you a coffee filter and line your mask with the coffee filter. That's all you got to do.
Mhm.
Cheap, easy, it works. But
So
again, simplified, non headline catching, scientists don't do that. We give you the facts and we keep it pushing. That's it. You can listen or not. Because y'all seen that post that I put up the other day on Facebook, right? Told people about doing their own research, and if you're not a scientist, da 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 da, you've been on my page, you can see it because it's public. Couple people tried to get on there and come at me, and I specifically said at the beginning of the post, at me if you want to get your ass roasted. I had a family member get on there, and she got her ass roasted. When I'm done, I'm done.
morning, lab rat. Morning.
Yeah.
How you
People weren't
doing?
changing them and keep, yeah. And see, that's the other thing. You got to change your mask. Your mask can only be worn like 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours max. If you wear it, wash it. When you come home, change mask, wash your mask. At this point, you should have a plethora of masks.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry to
Agreed.
say, people, but the average pandemic lasts 4 to 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's
And we're
right.
only
And you
going
know,
into
Well,
year
these are the
three.
same people that don't wash their pillows. They don't wash their pillows,
True.
and I don't understand people who don't wash their pillows. I don't.
Yeah.
Or either, you know what? Be a big baller shot caller, and every month instead of washing your pillows every 3 weeks, why don't you just go ahead and buy another new set? They only $20, $30.
Right.
You big baller shot caller, and yo look like 3, 4 folk done threw up on it. No man, press ham. No man.
oh, but she is telling the truth. I
That
mean,
is the truth.
some
I'm just,
people don't
hey,
even
I'm just,
dust they off their
I,
TV stands, and you
Right.
expect folk to do right by you that's out in public, but they don't even do the right thing at their house.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's true.
first,
Real quick, Mo.
okay,
I want to let you.
Reggie, now this is what I said. I don't understand how, what, am I frozen?
You about to, but you moving.
We can hear you, Mo. Go ahead.
We hear you. Nope.
Well, Reggie, what I was thinking
There it
is
is.
we're talking about people we had to remind people to wash their hands. And talking about do the birthday song in 30 seconds. See, them some nasty, foul MFs. See, I didn't curse. But what I don't understand is people don't wash their chicken or their meat before
Right.
they put it in the pan. You
Right.
know what? Them nasty people out. No, but if you got that blood in there from the butcher shop that's been just sitting in there, I don't want to fry that up or have that little brown stuff. No, man, press him. You wash that. You wash under things today. You know what? And then even when I wash my dishes, hand wash because see that dishwasher can't get them clean enough, Reggie. I'm just telling you. So sometimes I'll give me some soapy water, and yes, I pour Clorox. You've given me the ratio. I don't use it, baby. I pause until I pause, and then I wash my dishes, and then I put them in the dishwasher because I'm just under.
Right.
You know what? Talking to my aunt, 85 years old. She said the doctor told her to stop using Clorox. And I said, now what'd you tell him? I said, and my aunt said she never heard nobody dying from Clorox.
That's true.
And
Well,
here go the doctor. Well, I'm just telling you about the chemicals. And
well,
she said, yo, died. What'd he die of? He didn't die of no Clorox. And I said, see, that's why they had to escort her out. See, they had to escort out the doctor.
well, Mo, I'm gonna say this, and this is something that most black people do that is common knowledge. So when you wash your meat before you cook it, you specifically said we do something that most people don't do. See,
Right.
when you clean up after you've cooked meat, you use a little bit of Clorox and you use that soap and that hot water. See, we ain't scared of soap, hot water, and Clorox, right? See,
Mm-mm.
that's what we do. So it's common knowledge. It's an unwritten rule. It's
Right.
kind of like saying, if you in that particular neighborhood in your city that they don't want us in, you do the speed limit and wear your seatbelt all the time. It's an unwritten rule. You just know it, right? We
Right.
don't have to be told this. Some people have not grown up with these little idiosyncrasies that we are known to and we are
Oh,
accustomed to. Like, perfect example. When you go to church, right? You're not gonna wear no wrinkled clothes to church. That
Right.
that ain't gonna happen, right? You gonna
Mm-hmm.
get out that iron, and either it's gonna be the morning of or the day before. You gonna iron your clothes that you wear in the church, or you gonna take them to the cleaners and have them pressed. Ain't nobody gotta tell us that because that's the way we grew up. Some people did not grow up with this knowledge, so they have to be told. Now, if you're not going to use Clorox after you wash your meat and clean up after, it can cause E. coli to spread. That is true. However, when we clean, it ain't clean if you don't. That house ain't clean if you don't smell a little hint of bleach in there. I'm
That's
sorry,
right.
it ain't.
mm,
That's right.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
So moving on.
yeah. I just want to say this, Reggie, Mo, April. I thank God that you guys are clean people, and I can say this live. You know, everybody you just can't trust. That does include family. As much as I love family, everybody just ain't clean. That's just the bottom line. We're gonna real quick move on. We've been on 30 minutes now already. Before we get to the shenanigans, real quick shout out to our boy Stephen Hayes, aka Boss Hog of the Petty Crew Show, formerly on the After Party Radio. He's also our classmate, Justin F. Kimball High School, class of '97. Had a very, very bad accident. Is still in critical condition before Christmas. Actually, I believe it was on the 23rd of December,
22nd.
um, 22nd
22nd.
of December. And right now, the only thing that we're told is to keep praying for him at this moment. So we're gonna keep praying for him. We're gonna keep him lifted for him, his family, all of his loved ones and things of that nature, to make sure that we have him lifted and to let him know that Master Gas is thinking about him, all of us here, or whatever. So just we want to just definitely take that time to let everybody know, his followers, his fans, his family, that we are praying for him. We have him. We're thinking about him, and we have him lifted up in the most generous of prayers that you guys can pour out, and all the support and love that you can give. So we're going to definitely do that, and continue to do that until we hear different from his family or from some of our classmates like that. So we'll try to keep you updated on how he's doing and all that good stuff. So we're going to definitely do that. It's an election year. State of Texas, it's an election year. It is an election year for the governor's race. It's an election year, y'all, for the governor's race. The election date is November the 8th, 2022. Now, Reggie, the primary elections determining the two major parties is March the 1st. So in a month and a half, 2 months time, we will be going to the polls to pick somebody to run against Hot Wheels. Now we know Hot Wheels is going for a third term. This will be his third time as governor. Hot issues are on the ballots this year. Of course, y'all know the COVID-19 is going to be a hot topic. We also know that the electricity grid is going to be a hot topic. We also know what else is going to be a hot topic, and probably one of the most important hot topics: mask and vaccine mandates.
Mhm.
All of that is going to be tied up into this election. We're going to be talking about, I'm sure, the lack of funding for education. That's still going to be a hot topic, and also how the governor is dealing with the pandemic in this state. And so we need y'all to go vote. What y'all got to say about that? April, I'll start with you. Because April, I know you are definitely big when it comes to voting and elections. You know how important it is. You know what you got on that. I'm not going to talk about Hot Wheels too much. I don't need them to censor our videos
Right,
citing harm to the governor of Texas. So I don't
right.
want them to do that. They took one of our shows down when I had an ideal in my brain. So I'm not going to say it out loud. So
Well,
keep
all
it
I'm gonna say is, just you don't even have to look at the news. Just look at what happened. I mean, we all experienced, the winter last year, right? We all experienced that. So, I mean, if you've lived in the state of Texas and you were here, you didn't go on vacation somewhere else, you
right.
experienced that, or somebody that experienced it, right? Because you had to house somebody because because of the issue. As far as the vaccines, the mandate on that and everything, I mean, you got to do what's best for you and your family, right? So whatever that is, that's what you vote for. I just I would say, like, stop watching so much news.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
like, seriously, stop watching so much news, because I don't care what news program you watch, it's biased. And so whether you agree with them or not, it's still a biased point of view. Look within, talk to God. He has all the answers, right? And again, we all saw what happened with our own eyes last year when the grid went down. So that's a big issue for me, because I'm from a northern state. That never happens. Why? Because they're equipped, right? And Texas, this happens every 10 or so years. And so if you know that historically, that this happens every 10 or so years, you have 10 years to fix it, and you choose not to. So that's an issue for me.
Mo, do you think Beto O'Rourke, do you think he can give a little competition to High Wheels?
As long as you got black and brown people who want to be white, I doubt it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You got them black people who say I've arrived and they live in Frisco and they get upset because their children get called the N word because they're at the Frisco ISD because they think they're better than Cedar Hill. I'm sorry. As long as you got them people who talk about, I thought this was a better school district. Well, it may have more money per capita, but it don't necessarily equate to having better people to teach. But I'm gonna leave that alone. That ain't none of my business. All I'm gonna say is that if your child who you raise and you're a person of color don't know who Cesar Chavez is,
Mm-hmm.
don't know that
Mm-hmm.
Martin Luther King's name was really Michael, don't know the second stanza of Lift Every Voice and Sing, and don't know about the Orangeburg Massacre or Woolworth Sit-In, or that which HBCU stand for, do you know what? You get every damn thing you deserve. So don't vote. Continue to be something that you want to be and you ain't. You're a first gen college graduate and you think because you live in Frisco, Plano, or somewhere up north that you better. But I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm saying vote, don't vote. You know what? Do what you do. Be in the cold. Because guess where I was? I was warm, toasty. I was too warm. I was up there in the Holiday Inn Express too warm. I was like, ooh, it's hot up in here with two cakes because it was her birthday. That's right. And then I drove my fat self to my house, which was 1.2 miles from the Holiday Inn Express, and then came in and switched out food. That's right. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and stay cold. Stay cold for the man in the wheelchair who married a Hispanic woman, but yet they adopted a blonde haired, blue eyed girl. Go ahead and do that. Let it go.
And his
Let
legs
it
that
go.
he can't feel was warm too. While you was sitting up
No,
in your house in your
but you know
bathroom
what?
with six candles.
But see, he said he knows kids. You said six candles. Ah,
Six.
baby, this candles ain't gonna warm you up. That's just so you can see how cold it is.
Right, right. That's it. And you got your nice blankets and stuff. The hotels don't have no money. I mean, don't have no rooms for you to go to. And then let me tell you, they gaslighted the prices. So a room that would have cost you $45 a night now it's 115.44. So
Yep.
I'm just like, well, darn, you might as well just stay in the house and just freeze to death. I mean, yeah.
No, but see, that didn't happen to the folks who had the credit cards, not the debit cards. That didn't happen to the folk who understood that this what happened, and you need to get a little help. That ain't the ones who were standing in the Gucci line. See, the ones who stand in the Gucci lines had to fall. The ones who stand in the Gucci lines at North Park Mall.
Hmm.
They all people of color. And at Louis Vuitton the day after, I walked past them. I said, "Oh, y'all returning them? Now we getting some more. That might be a sale." I said, "You can't spell Louis or Vuitton. You don't even know what the stock price is of that." And I just kept walking because I was walking to the food court, so I had to go upstairs, to the food court. But the point of the matter, as long as you got your black and your brown people acting like green is the almighty, and they ain't got it. As long as your black and brown people try to act like something they ain't, as long as Martinez trying to change their name to Martin. Mm, mm. And as long as LaQuisha, who on a pole, saying she trying to get over like Cardi B, she trying to be like Cardi B. You can't be like Cardi B. I done saw one
You
girl, she said she was a pole dancer. I said, "Girl, that pole, I know that pole bending. You can't do that." And as long as you pay attention in school, because you think because you want to be a clown, you don't know what you're doing too. You do everything you get. What? I'm just saying.
Mo, you have to
Reggie,
understand all of our hands went up at the same time as soon as you said that. Like,
Reggie, I'm saying. No, we ain't gonna be able to beat. We ain't gonna beat that mean man because we got too many issues in black and brown people. They don't know what they want. They want Gucci. They don't want nothing great.
Right.
They want Louis Vuitton. They losers. You know. Can't got to call a light company to get a extension. Mm,
do they
see,
still give extensions on your light bill? I mean, I don't know what that is because I pays mine when they come. So I don't know what that is. Do they still give
they've been
extensions? They
they've been
do.
asking extensions. They've been asking for the light bill. They've been asking extensions. They've been asking they rent paid through the CARES Act. They've been talking about how people can still use. Why is if you help
Mo, they want your
okay, so
Miss Montgomery needs your mic cut. She gonna cut your mic off, Mo, because you is on the roll.
this is me. Reggie, help me with this. If you were at home, not using gas, not going out to your job, so and still getting paid, and then you got the checks. How is it that you don't have no money to pay your rent? If you
Right.
getting if you getting paid, what a lot of people did through the CARES Act through their companies. The companies weren't so great because they were like, "I'm going to pay them anyway." The government reimbursed them to pay us full salaries. So explain this to me, Reggie. How is it that you ain't exerting no additional effort or spending additional monies, but you can't pay your rent in the place you got four walls in?
Bad
Well, Mo,
habits, Mo. Bad habits.
bad habits.
You
Yeah,
can't,
and
you can't, yeah. It's just like people who win the lottery. How do you win $100 million and then you're dead broke? Because your habits didn't change.
yeah,
You are who you are. Money, no money.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this: if and I told you this, and if you go back and look at our shows, listen to our shows, I told y'all this a long time ago that the stock market was gonna crash, and when it crashed, you need to be stacking up your money so when it crashed, jump in. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I said this time and time again. Nobody listen. I got a little cousin that is pissed off right now at himself because when Nike stock dropped down to like $68 a share, I told him, cuz, look, if you can't do nothing but buy two shares, go buy two shares. When Hertz went bankrupt, I told him, cuz, go buy you some Hertz stock. Hertz ain't going nowhere. American Airlines went bankrupt. Go buy that stock, cuz. Didn't listen. every single one of them stocks. Now he looking at my stock portfolio and he looking at his, and he like, damn, cuz I should have listened. Look here. Y'all took them checks that they gave y'all and y'all blew them. I took mine and I invested them. And so that little $1,500 y'all may have gotten, I got $62 that first go around. And I ain't get shit else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I took that $62 and I done flipped it into like 2,600 in a year.
And see, and that's the thing, that a lot of us we don't understand. We want the things right now. We don't want to take the time to save and invest the time in your own future so your future can be worth something. That's one of the reasons why I mess with Mo all the time. I mess with Mo all the time because as old as Mo is one of the oldest new mindset type people I know. Now she still got a ways to go, but Mo is one of the most futuristic people I know because she's raising a queen. She's
No, she
raising
not.
a queen over there, and
No,
so,
Q, I
huh?
gotta interrupt you.
What?
Mo is so old. This shit is a cycle. She done seen this shit before.
You know what?
But
And
Mo,
April, they didn't
Yeah.
listen to the first time. They didn't listen to me the first time either.
No.
and so she gonna keep repeating this shit till we listen to it. Look,
until
look, look. If y'all know anything about me, I will talk. Q and Mo will tell you I will talk shit to your face just like I do behind your back. It don't change. So if I say it behind your back, I say it to your face. But at the end of the day, you're right, Q. Mo is very thought provoking, and she does bring and shed a lot of light on things we normally don't see that we may miss. But again, you seen the rise and fall of great empires. I mean, shit, you got a whole bunch of knowledge to share, so spread it. I ain't mad at
rise and fall of empires. Mo, you've been around a long time, man.
See,
you.
that's why Machiavelli told you, and you didn't. That's why Machiavelli told me when I was talking to him. He very nice man, very nice man. He said, Mo, you got to look at keep your enemies close. And I said, Mac, what's up? Really? That's how you do it like that? He said, yeah. When it comes to
Yes.
politicians, you got to all of that money. So Machiavelli told me that after we had a nice little steak, it wasn't burned or nothing like that. I said, okay, I'll take it to the masses. And them masses still ain't listening.
I can't stand
You
Mo.
see,
I
you know
promise
what?
to God, I can't stand you,
You know
man.
what?
Get
See,
off of me in my state, okay?
look, that's what I was gonna say. Mo slide in gut punches, and other people don't pick up on it. So if you didn't know, Mo threw about 5, 6 gut punches in that statement she had, and most people wouldn't know. But me and Q know exactly what he's talking about. And and this is why, Mo, honestly, this is why I love you.
Boy,
This is why
Q
I
gets
appreciate you.
well done
Cause
steaks.
yeah.
I picked up on it.
April. Okay, so April, let me tell you, I was invited to Perry Steakhouse. Okay,
Love Paris.
they talked about me so bad. Them two, they talked about me so bad because the previous steakhouse that I went to, it wasn't a Perry's. I can't remember what it was. I think I told Reggie it was, what was it, Longhorn Steakhouse, I think.
Longhorn and cattle. That
And
ain't no
Reggie
real
was like,
steakhouse.
"That's not steakhouse," and I was like, "What?" He was like, "That's not steakhouse." I was like, "Well, Reggie, I don't really eat steaks like that. I was invited, whatever." And then so I got mad because they brought my steak out and it wasn't right. And so Mo and Reggie, see, that's why I knew Mo was going to eventually phase out because her technology is bad. So I eventually, Reggie and Mo explained to me that there is a certain etiquette as it relates to when you go into a nice steakhouse. Well, I
Okay.
come from Highland Hills, so I didn't even really think about that shit. I was just gonna go get a chicken sandwich and some fries. I know better than that. I do, but they didn't make my steak right. So Reggie said, no, when you go to Perry's, that you don't tell the chef how to prepare your steak. You accept the steak when it comes out. And
Hmm.
any good steak chef will let you know will come out and ask you, how is your steak? But you should eat it as is. And if he knows what he or she knows what they're doing, you're going to eat the steak up. And so I wanted to know what I get with it. I said, do I get a potato? He said, no, get asparagus, get something like that.
Yeah.
And there's Mo, she's back. And so, so they talked about me because when I was at the Longhorn Steakhouse, I made them people almost burn my steak up for me to eat it, and that's how bloody it was because I am a medium well steak eater. I like a little blood coming out of there, just a tiny wanchy.
Medium well ain't no blood.
It's just a little bit. You can see a little bit.
Medium well is
I'm talking about in the
Medium
middle,
well
not
no
running.
blood.
Yeah.
You see the actual juice, but you see just a little red.
There's no juice on medium well, Q.
Ain't no juice. Well,
Ah.
see,
No.
don't invite me to listen, y'all. Don't invite me to no steakhouse. Take me to a nice, authentic Mexican restaurant, and we gonna get along cool. That's just me though. Y'all know I don't do that, but I'm gonna go to this
Look,
Paris. I'm gonna go, and I ain't gonna be ghetto. I'm gonna go. Okay.
Look, April, Q has no excuse. Me and Q went to the same damn high school and graduated together. He has no excuse. He has no excuse. So don't let him push the nonsense on you. And anybody listening, don't let him push the nonsense on you because we went to the same damn high school. And I'm
Reggie,
sorry.
everybody ain't millionaires,
was
man.
45 minutes away from mine. So yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, when you go to the steakhouse, a real steakhouse, and you order steak, you eat that steak the way it come out. Because I guarantee you, if you close your eyes and you don't look at it, and you put that little piece of meat in your mouth, you're going to fall in love every single time.
Well, y'all probably gonna talk about me because when I go to Paris, I get the pork chop.
But
the pork chop is good though. I heard.
It's amazing.
But again,
that's fine.
April,
do you tell them
this
to burn
is
it?
one of the things that Paris is known for. Paris is known for their pork chops.
They are.
Yes.
They are known for their pork chops. So there's nothing wrong with that. You can have a steakhouse that also knows something else. And Paris is one of those places where, look, they give you a pork chop like the Flintstone. That damn thing is big.
Huge.
So I can order the pork chops and not the steak. So I can do that.
Yeah, you can order the pork chops.
Okay, so I'll do that then.
Yeah.
So y'all won't talk about me because I'm sick of y'all talking about me in this
and don't
steak.
eat all of the pork chop.
Right.
Leave some food on the plate. Don't make a happy plate. That's
what you told me. Don't make a happy plate. Bring some home. That's what you said, right? So I got that one.
No, you leave it there. You leave it there. If you're still hungry, go through McDonald's drive-thru, honey. You leave it there. You don't take it home.
Ma, what the hell is wrong with you?
I take it home.
Yeah, that's what we disagree, Mo. That's what we disagree.
Take it home.
That's what we disagree, Mo. But
Okay, we'll agree to disagree.
There you go.
Why we leaving food? Why is we leaving food that we done pay for is high? Why we?
Because you got food at home. You're there for the atmosphere, ambiance,
my grandma
the camaraderie. Like you're there for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'll get to that level when I bring it.
So I know the show we supposed to be talking about New Year's lies and stuff. So I'm gonna go over a couple of them before we get out of here. And April, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you, April.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, for bringing a great balance. Because Q on here, so he imbalances it the whole time. So thank you, honey. And Demetria, thank you for your comment.
Yes.
Instant gratification. We show enough years. Show enough.
All right.
Look at Q trying to read on the side. He can't even read. Look. Where your glasses, Q? Where your glasses, man? You know. look,
so Q has left the show because April and Mo have gotten on him so bad. and he has to
No.
go get his spectacles and put them on.
he,
So
he hit the wrong button. He hit the wrong
Yeah,
button because he didn't
that's
have his
what happened.
glasses
He hit the
on.
wrong button.
Help him, Jesus. Help him.
Help him.
All right. First lie for the new year that I want y'all to stop lying about is stop telling people that you're going to have a more disciplined life. Starting off your resolution seeming that you would take huge amounts of discipline, well, that you don't think that it takes huge amounts of discipline to make that happen. If you are saying that you're going to have a more disciplined life and your life is not already in a disciplined place, it's not going to happen for New Year's.
Facts.
I want you to stop. That's a fable. That's a lie. That's a fairy tale. Stop lying to yourself. Now you work yourself into it. There is a process for you to get there. But
Right.
stop telling. Listen, if you like Mo and you like the casino and you ain't gonna go this year, work yourself out of it. Go to the ones closer and then don't go at all no more. That's what you have to do. You
Yeah.
don't do stuff like that. Your
Right.
discipline comes from structure. If you don't give yourself structure, then stop lying, talking about you're gonna be disciplined and what you're not gonna eat no more, and who you're not gonna screw, and who you're not gonna lay up with, whose side piece you're not gonna be, all that kind of stuff. If you want to be disciplined in that, you got to start before the new year comes. So let's kind of work mid-year on, to kind of help you out with that one.
Shout out to Shreveport Horseshoe. I'm just saying.
Mo, did you hear about the shootout at the Horseshoe?
No.
The man went in there, Mo, and got mad because he went upstairs, Mo, to the VIP. And Mo, when he got up there, they told him that his membership had been revoked. He pulled out his gun, started shooting.
Now, when did this happen?
2 weeks ago, over at the Horseshoe. Yeah.
Now look at God. He done saved me from that. Cause see, I'm not VIP. I'm just your average little old lady with $3 to spend.
Mo,
Amen.
listen, y'all. Mo,
so Mo,
I ain't
wait,
lying.
you got
I'm going to start.
$3. So I know one for the jukebox, one for the bus fare. What the other dollar going?
Straight eating, baby. Straight eating. Eating it all you can eat buffet, baby. With
Miss Montgomery says, stop lying about
all you can eat
improving
buffet.
your language and not have a potty mouth, but you cursing in the middle of New Year's Eve church service. Miss Montgomery, you was at home during New Year's Eve church service. How you know they was cussing over there at your church? Your pastor done came up on a couple of scandals. You better make sure he ain't cussing now.
What?
I'm just playing. No,
What
I'm not.
school? What church you belong
No.
to?
See, y'all
Right.
should
What
have made me
church
put
you
my
belong
glasses
See,
to?
I
on.
need to know. See,
Y'all
now I
should have
want
made
to
me put
know.
my glasses on.
Look here, let's move forward. Move forward.
Y'all should have made me put my glasses
That's
on.
it.
Y'all told me to put them on. I got on my reading glasses. A balanced life.
Mhm.
Balancing your work and your professional life sounds like a great resolution. However, the only problem is that is impossible if not already exercised. For one, there are two separate worlds that require juggling acts of their own. Secondly, riding the balanced middle line will mean that eventually you will have to pick either side.
Mhm.
So that says to me that you can't walk in the middle all the time. You have to learn how to be able to make a concrete decision and live with you live with your choice and live with your decision. Reggie got his hand up. He pointed. That's his Holy Ghost finger. Go ahead, Reggie. What you got?
If you want a real work-life balance, take all your PTO.
What? I'm going to get the bell. Can I go get the bell? I know we got to be through in a few minutes. I need the bell on that one because Reggie, you ain't got your bell. Mo, where's your bell? None of us have a bell.
Ding.
I don't even have my T-shirt. Well, how would I have a bell?
Do you not see where I'm at? I'm still in the bed.
He's in the bed.
We've been doing this shit 5 years.
And Reggie, I can't find the bell because I'm near the gun safe. You know.
Sorry, Lab Red. I don't have
That's
any
Reggie's
bells.
favorite place.
Sorry.
What Miss Montgomery? What you talking about? Oh, you
What'd she say?
on your head. Oh, that's serious. Miss Montgomery, I ain't picking on you and your pastor. Shoot, me, you mess with you and your pastor.
You
Another
know what?
thing,
Hey, hold up. He can't be talking about the pastor too bad, because just be glad Q ain't your pastor.
you know what?
On the front row be all them women he done. Ain't that something? He couldn't be no pastor. All the women on the front row. Hey, pastor, with the little handkerchiefs. And then on second row be all the men who want to be pastors and who want to get up there and preach. And then on the third row be all the old women like me who talked about, now he done messed up that scripture. That ain't where it is. Let me go tell him later. Woo! Because
Mo, they don't do the handkerchiefs anymore over the knees, over the laps.
you know why?
You aging yourself if you do that.
Yeah, they've
You
been
Oh
know
that
what,
wow!
April? They
Oh
don't even wear
wow!
slips no more to church.
Seriously.
They don't even wear slips no more.
They don't. And they laugh at me because I still wear stockings. I'm sorry, but that's what I grew up with.
I been say now the ladies they supposed to wear stockings.
Well, that's because we're ladies. Them other things are, girls. And you know, you got to separate ladies and women, and we're ladies and women. And then, but if you got to have a DNA test for your children, what? What? Then you ain't no what?
Elaborate. Listen.
I
Okay.
can guarantee you, everybody who's had to have a DNA to try to figure out who the baby daddy is, they didn't wear no stockings in church.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
That's an
Probably right about
indication.
that.
See,
Look
I
here.
told you. Thank you, April.
I'm gonna side with that because yeah.
Let-
Because I know some ladies that have, multiple baby dads, and the ones that wear stockings, they knew who the baby dad was.
See, thank you.
Yeah,
Them other ones talking about
they
one eight
they didn't.
hundred DNA
Yeah, they didn't know. They didn't know.
Please
or
understand and
Murder.
know if you
Who's the
guys do
father?
need a DNA test and you don't wear stockings at your church, please give us a telephone call where we can reach out to our girl, Miss Lydia Thomas of Paternity Rick, Dallas, Texas. We will definitely get your shit tested if you need to find out who your baby daddy is. And no, I'm not joking.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we serious.
Um,
We can reach out and we can go ahead and get that DNA and we can let you know what Dana say in about 2 days.
mm-hmm. Um, I, I just want to say this. Um, at some point, we gonna work on our show structure to where we actually get to the damn topics in the title.
One of
But
these days.
one
We're
of
gonna
these
we're gonna
days,
do it this year.
but hey,
Is that one
hey,
of those erroneous New Year
no,
resolution?
We on
Yes.
track for doing it.
Perfect example.
exactly. That's why I was going there. It's a perfect example. And people with these crazy New Year's resolutions, I only have one New Year's resolution. This year, I will use all of my PTO, and I will not have and carry over any more time.
Who
That's
cares?
that's that's the only thing I got. I'm gonna use all my PTO because this time
Reggie.
I carried over. I did better than a year before because during the first year of COVID, I carried over 3 weeks. This year, I only carried over 5 days. I did good. So there's a progression there. See, you see how that works? There's progression. You can't do it all at one time. You got to progress a little bit at a time. I don't know where the hell I'm going. I might just sit at home and sit with the windows closed and cry and eat ice cream, but that don't matter. But I'm using all my PTO.
Reggie, I want to let you know the school district gives you 5 days. And every year, Reggie, I use 6.
Mo, let's back up, Mo, because that is not accurate, and you know it's not. If you take them every day when you 20 and 30 minutes late, you add that up. I guarantee you looking at about 3 weeks over the course of a year.
That probably is.
Right,
That
right.
probably is.
Because let me tell you some new. You know what, Mo? It has to be the actual person for the new teachers coming in, so she can really show them what to do, so she can do what she want to do. So Mo will be like, yeah, you got to be in your classroom by this bell. Now you stand out here in the hallway during this kind of period or whatever, but you got to be in the classroom by this bell. So when that bell comes, new teacher see Mo coming down the hallway. I thought we supposed to be in class at this time. Oh, girl, I was telling you that because I was supposed to. I get here when I get ready. That's Mo.
Now
Mo.
I do, Reggie. Now you know what he right. I do not stand out in the hall when all the kids are going back and forth because those are germs. But when classes started, I go out there in the hall and I'd be like, "Why are you walking? You got to go to the bathroom again? You got the cleanest kidneys in Texas. We're gonna take one of yours and sell it. You just drinking water pen. It's got to be clear. I'm glad." The same people got to pee every day. They got some good kidneys down there. Them girls and them boys. Just drinking water and peeing. Can I get some water?
They don't go to the bathroom to pee, Mo.
Oh, I know.
They sure don't.
That's why I told them. I said, well, how much is you peeing? What is you? I said, we need to go to the doctor. And one boy was like,
you got to remember, I went to high school with this one right here. And I was the good kid. Now this one right here.
No, he wasn't no good kid.
Yes,
why are they saying that about you, Q? Why are they saying that?
Because I'm an angel. I am an angel. Let me tell you, I was the guy in high school that did things that people didn't thought I did, like shoot dice, like behind. I used to take all their money. I sure did. They were like, Q, you shoot dice? Because I had like a little innocent face. Well, all the great. That's gone out the window. Been gone. But people didn't think that I did some of the. Miss Montgomery's on here right now. She's like, Q, I didn't know you did half the stuff that you did. Well, it's because y'all was looking in the wrong places.
Yeah,
you never know.
So Q had the little innocent thing going on. I was assumed to be guilty because I was a jock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, that's not right. Because like for Q, I'd be like, what's the sixth letter in the alphabet? And then Q would have to, what's the sixth letter in the alphabet? Go ahead, use your fingers.
G. G is the sixth letter in the alphabet, Mo. I knew because I learned that in Bible class.
It's not.
It ain't.
Q.
You said what's the sixth letter in the alphabet?
It's F, sir.
It's F, because E is the fifth. That's right.
So
that's what we use. E for elephant. On your fifth finger. On your thumb. E for elephant.
So what I would do
That's
with
right.
you is I would walk over to you as you cut.
At least I know my alphabets.
Well, not really, but I would go over to you as you're cutting up in the class, and I'd ask you that question, and you'd say F, and I'd be like, okay, I just want to know, and then I go back to the class, and then I'd be like 6, and you'd be like, that's an F. That's what you're gonna get if you keep acting up.
Mo,
look,
let me tell you. Now I may not. I probably got it wrong that F is the sixth letter in the alphabet, but I could spell my ass off too. I did good in spelling bees. I could spell. Now half our classmates can't even spell.
You don't need to. You got spell correction. Spell
or read.
You spell. Yeah. Oh, they can't. Now they ain't reading none. Like April, there was this magazine article I was reading last night where I had to read it 3 times. And it's about a transsexual female going into a male. It's on the New Yorker, and she wanted a penis, and they took a skin graft, from her thigh. It's whatever style. And honey, I had to read that article 3 times because I was like, and had to highlight because I was like, what is we talking about? I had to do some research because I didn't understand. See, I don't understand the whole thing. And then and he was so graphic in it about how he wanted one and how it was the biggest one he'd seen. And I said, well, that's what happens when you're from Hungary, honey. You ain't been in the U.S. long enough to see a big one.
Okay, you know what? And let's not talk about transgender reassignment, please.
No, it's transsexual. I read the article. I sent y'all the article.
He's not transgender. He's transsexual.
I don't know. I got to go back now. I got to figure out the difference. But I sent y'all the article, and then Q couldn't understand it. He was a little confused. It don't take much to confuse him, though. Remember, he thinks What's the 6 letter alphabet again?
It's F.
G.
It's F. G's the seventh.
Right.
Thank you.
So you
It's
keep
F.
effing up.
It's F as in F and up, and actually effing starts with an E. That's the 5th letter of the alphabet.
Q, I'm so disappointed in you.
Look, I'm entitled to make mistakes as long as I
You
fix them.
are. That's right.
That's
Look,
right.
okay, I will give you that. But sir, did you not go through that exact same process I did?
I mean, Reggie, if you was sitting
Where,
next to me, I would have copied off your paper too.
no, that's not the process I'm talking about, Q. I'm talking about that process where you were neither naked nor clothed. That's the process I'm talking about. And you don't know what the seventh you don't know that the 7th letter of the alphabet
The
He
seventh
of this
was
letter of
neither
the
naked.
lexicon?
alphabet, no, the 7th letter of the alphabet is H.
He's doing Greek.
Y'all get off my stuff, y'all. How? Okay, now Reggie, if E is the 5th and if F is the 6th, G is the 7th. I know that H is the 8th letter of the alphabet.
Don't tell nobody you graduated from high school.
You know
Don't
what?
tell
You
nobody that
know,
you preach, that you ordained. Don't tell
every,
nobody that.
everybody, thank you
Ever.
so much for watching the show on today. This is our first MTG Live of the new year. I am so excited for what we got going on this year. Like I said on Thursday night, After Dark, it's gonna get a little bit more nasty. Happy Hour with Hendrix is actually going to 2nd and 4th weeks, while Stupid is Real is going to get a little bit more stupid because I got some stuff I want to talk about. Mo don't have no show because she don't want one.
Mo
And
got, hey, 4 years ago, Mo got booted off her Friday night show. So
she
when
ain't
I
gonna never
talked
let
to
me forget it.
Machiavelli, Mac said, only give him one chance. Only give him one chance. And I said, Mac, what? You can't. He said, give him one chance. And when they mess up you the one time, they show you who you are. And then when I talked to Maya Angelou, she said, now when people show you who they are, believe them. I said, what, Auntie Maya? I said, okay. I said, okay. And then when I talked to Martin Luther King, he said, I had a dream, but you can't let them mess over you. I said, what? I said, okay. That's what he said.
So Mo, thank you for those encouraging words. April, thank you so much for coming on the show
Well,
on
thank you for
today.
having me.
Before we jump off, we're about 10 minutes behind. But so before we actually jump off, would you give everybody that can hear you and that can see you some encouraging words and also how we can find you?
Oh my goodness. So, well, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the things. Let's see. So on Instagram, I'm at info with April. On Facebook, I am April Atkins. Twitter, at info with April. But hey, just what I will say is mind your words because words create. So, whatever you're speaking over yourself, make sure that it's positive and make sure that it's what you want your life to be. So, that's it.
Thank you so much, April. Again, thank you so much for coming. Mo, you've given us all your encouraging words with dead people. So thank you so much for all of that. Hendrix, you got anything you want to add? Reggie's shaking his head. Listen.
Look, no, hold on.
Oh, okay, he
I
thought
will
of
say
it.
this. I
The
just
deacon
had
is
to.
ready.
I had to process what I was hearing, and my brain it hit a speed bump processing what I was hearing. So it took me for a loop a second. So the cylinders got stuck, and so I had to push a little past it. So I will say this: experts are experts for a reason. If you're not an expert in the field being discussed, shut the fuck up and listen.
Oh my.
Agreed. 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 Listen, everybody, thank you so much for watching. We're going to be jumping off in just a quick second. We want you guys to have a great day. If you're here in the city of Dallas, please be careful. We got rain in the forecast on the day, and I think the high is supposed to be like 48 degrees. So kind of stay bundled up on today and make sure you're having a great day and keep your mask on. If I had to give you any encouraging words today, and it would be this: back then they didn't want you. Now you're hot, they're all on you. Watch out for the leeches this year. Watch out for the people that are trying to get at you at one point in time when you were actually minute in their eyes. Now that they see a rise, they see a push, they see productivity, they see you growing. Now they want to grab you. Now they want to leech onto you to see what's going on with you. They didn't want you back then, but now that you're rising, everybody want to be all on you. Do me a favor and just wipe them leeches off of you. Make
Thank you,
sure
Rick
that you
Ross.
are staying in the right mindset and keep yourself pushing towards your own greatness. That's all I got.
Was that Rick Ross? Back then they didn't want you.
Mike Jones.
Mike
Mike
Mike,
Jones.
Jones.
Yeah.
thank you, Mike Jones.
Yeah.
Hey, next time you take somebody's stuff, give credit to him, baby. Mike.
Well, I mean, you did it for me, Mo. Thank you.
No,
Well, I
this
didn't know.
this is the answer.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. See, ain't Mike Jones from Dallas?
No, he from Houston. You got
Same
the right
thing.
state.
Okay, we
Look,
gotta get him on the show.
Wait a minute, Julius. What did you say? Julius' office hit the button. What did you say? Trying to date seven
What he say?
penises. Trying to date seven penises of pussies later. Over for that.
look, Q.
Okay,
You know,
so
jukebox
that
ain't got
wasn't
no sense. It made sense in his head. You
Okay.
know, see, you didn't play
Okay.
ball with jukebox. You only know a small portion of the stuff that came out of jukebox mouth. He has not changed when it comes to that. It made sense in his head. And jukebox, you know, I love you, bro. But you know, sometimes, you know, you know, it's a difference between being in left field. Sometimes you be at the ballpark, bro. I'm just be honest with you.
On that
Okay.
note, y'all, we're
Well,
gonna be on out of here on
CTE is
today.
real. CTE is
Office.
that brain injury. That's from that football. That's what.
No,
Y'all
he was
have a
like
good
that
day.
before football.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, April, for coming. I will be talking to you shortly and soon. Mo, whatever. All right, Reggie, we talk to you later. Y'all have a good day. Peace.